Good morning from a very cold and chilly Johannesburg morning. Danette Oxley here for Takshack TV. We are at Spartan Arms this morning testing the h11 Hellcat. It's a little bit noisy. I hear one of the fans has just gone off. But we've got all of the ladies from Girls on Fire testing the h11 Hellcat today. Hi Monique, thank you for joining us today.
No problem.
You've got experience in shooting guns for a long time, and how long have you been shooting?
I think it's now about 6 years, 7 years on and off. Had a baby in between.
That's great. Tell me, what do you carry currently?
So currently I'm carrying a Steyr S9A1. A beautiful gun, I love it. It conceals fairly well. And I shoot competition, so I don't shoot my carry gun every single weekend, but I'm on the range every second weekend shooting competition weapons.
Okay, so you shot the h11 today, also known as the Hellcat. How did you find her?
Overall, I think it's a good looker. It looks good. It's the micro subcompact, so it's a great weapon to conceal. I think for ladies, you'd have to have a minimum wardrobe adjustment to conceal this weapon if you're going to be carrying it for self-defense. I would not recommend it for competition shooting. I think it was designed for concealed carry, so it was designed for self-defense. So it feels great. It's got a nice use sight, something different.
How was the grip and the trigger?
Overall, it's quite smooth on the hands in the beginning. I think they could have been a little bit more aggressive on it for when you are shooting it.
Did you find your hand shifted
because
or not?
Yeah, it shifts a little bit, but just a little bit tighter, and it's kind of sorted it out. But I think the grips could have been a little bit more aggressive so that it kind of sticks onto your hand. What else was the trigger? Reset was crisp, clean. It's not a heavy trigger considering it's a carry weapon. The trigger's nice and light. It's got a safety trigger. The safety's on the trigger as well, the bar safety.
It's got quite a straight trigger as it is. It's not very
curved, which is it's also great. It feels good. And what else can I say? So I noticed it didn't lock back when it was empty.
Yeah, it locked back with some of the ladies,
so maybe it was probably a little bit of a grip issue. Maybe I was touching the slide release while I was shooting it, but I don't think that makes it inferior
it locked
to
back
any
with me, but it didn't lock back with some other ladies as well.
So, but it doesn't make it inferior to anything. It's just something I noticed.
And I think this gun has got quite a lot of rounds through it already.
Yes,
it's not
and
a new gun.
as well the 13, it comes with a 13 round magazine plus your one in the chamber, which is wonderful considering it's a micro subpact gun.
And it also did you notice that it has a chamber check on top of the gun?
I did not notice that.
Actually, so that's very nice. So you can actually see you can see if the chamber is loaded or not.
Yeah.
So that's very nice. Did you load the magazines? The one was quite stiff. I think the 10 round magazine was quite stiff, but it might just be because the magazine is new.
Yeah, it's new. So after a bit of work,
it will get better.
Must be smoother.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me, Danette.
Thank you, Monique. Morning, Tsepi. Thank you for joining us here at Spartan Arms this morning.
Thank you.
Tell me, what weapons have you shot before, and what is your carry weapon?
I've shot the Glock 1719s, I've shot the Beretta APX.
And that is basically your
my carry weapon.
Yes. Okay. Tell me, in comparison to the Beretta, what did you think of the h11?
Look, the h11 is much smaller, so I think it would be great for everyday carry and concealing it. Perfect for that. It's just a bit of getting used to in terms of the size, and maybe it's because we've shot a bigger gun and you're used to that. So just a slight adjustment, but she's not bad.
In comparison to the Glock 43,
look, they're both a bit small, and they're both a bit nippy because of their smallness. But I think she'll be great. Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good day.
You too.
Cheers. Short, all right?
Yes.
Good morning, Shirley. Thank you for joining us here this morning.
Thanks, Annette.
Tell me, what's your current carry gun?
Currently, I'm carrying a Glock 19 G3.
Okay, so it's not a small gun.
No.
Okay, so what did you think about the h11 that you shot this morning?
Well, I thought it felt quite comfortable in my hand. It was a lot lighter than my carry gun at the moment, so it was quite comfortable. It was a little bit too light for me, but I think from a concealed carry weapon for a woman specifically, I think it would be a really good firearm choice for them.
Okay, great. So no problems shooting it at all. A little bit nippy, but
A little bit snappy. Other than that, no. Sight alignment really nice and easy. It comes up quite quickly. It's quite comfortable when you shoot it. The trigger is quite crisp and clean. It's actually quite nice. But yeah, I enjoyed shooting it. Very nice.
As a Glock shooter, did it point when you picked up the gun? Did it point in a straight direction straight away?
My first two shots, no. I had to get a little bit used to it. After that, though, nice and quickly, though.
Great. Shirley,
Thank you.
thanks for joining us. Good morning, Laura. Thank you for joining us today.
No, thanks for the opportunity, I appreciate it.
Tell me, I started when I got to know you, shot 1911s, which is where I also started. But tell me, what are you carrying currently? Or you've got a variety of guns, but what do you carry most of the time?
For everyday carry, it's a choice between a Glock 19 or a Smith & Wesson compact.
Okay. Tell me, what did you think of the h11?
From a carry point of view, I think it's great. It's small enough, it's concealable. It didn't have the kick that I was expecting. I suppose that's because I'm used to the Smith & Wesson. The one issue I had with it was reloading the mags. It seemed to be a little bit sharp on the fingers when you're reloading compared to other mags.
I also found it quite difficult. Maybe one of the springs were still
It's
quite new.
possibility.
So yeah. Anything
And
else?
for the rest, no, I found it pretty accurate. I think we picked up that a lot of the ladies were shooting slightly to the left, but that could have been because it's at a close distance. And we used to different distance. I can't tell you, it was just slightly to the left.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah. One other comment is I've never been a fan of the red dot sights, but
You mean the fiber optic
fiber
sight?
optic sights, but it actually sighted extremely well.
That's great. The U back sight I also found very nice with the fiber optic. It actually works.
Very well.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye. Good morning, Marlies. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you, Lynette.
You're quite an inexperienced shooter. You've just started shooting. What did you think of the h11?
I think it was quite a nice gun compared to the size, and yeah, it had quite a bang to it. Yeah, so I think it was a good gun.
But you
to
enjoyed
shoot.
it at least?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like you said, I don't have a lot of experience, so I haven't shot that many guns before. So yeah, with what I've shot before, I think that is a good gun to have. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thanks,
you.
Marlies.
Okay.
Good morning, Jess. You're 16 years old and you've been shooting for quite a while, shooting 10 mils, 45s and stuff like that. So tell me, what did you think of the h11? Because it's the smallest gun I think you've shot before.
Yes, it is. It has a big kick. It really does. To all the guns I've shot. But it's very nice.
You shot really, really well. I think the best out of all of us. So that was great. I think you're used to stuff going a lot of recoil, so this didn't really bother you. I could see it didn't really bother you at all. So you enjoyed it at least.
I did. It was very fun.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So we're still on the range. We've just finished shooting the Hellcat. It was an awesome experience. All the girls enjoyed it. We have a little bit of noise with the extractor fan, but we are on the range, so I must apologize for that. Any case, until next time, thank you very much. We have now tested the h11 on the range, and I was pretty happy with the overall performance. It was a lot less snappy than I thought for such a small gun. The gun we were testing was shooting consistently slightly left, but overall performance really, really great. We tested the gun at around 5 meters with Winchester white box 115 grain ammunition, which obviously also increase the snappiness of the gun. It should perform a lot better with 147 grain ammunition. It is rated for plus P ammunition, and I would personally suggest 147 grain Winchester Ranger Ts as the preferred self-defense rounds, this ammunition. The target acquisition with the sights are very, very quick. I had absolutely no problems with that. It picks up the target very quickly. The trigger is very nice and crispy, as well as the reset was it was very clean and broke very clean. Let us look a little bit more in detail at where the HS H11 comes from. The HS product is created and produced in Croatia. It used to be marketed under HS 2000. The brand has been very successful in the past. In the US, it's marketed under Springfield Factory, and the HS H11 is also called the Hellcat, very, very well-known gun. It is a micro-compact pistol, and it's chambered in 9mm P, and it is currently on the market, the gun with the highest capacity and mag capacity. It's got a 3-inch barrel and only weighs around 455 grams. It has a U-knot back sight, rear sight, and it's got a fiber optic in the front. The slide is pre-cut so that you can put an optic on if you want to go that way. The slide locks back pretty easily, much easier for me, for example, than the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, which I always have a problem locking back. The mag release is reversible, so that it also makes provision for left-hand shooters as well. Another striking feature is that it has adaptive grip texture, which I personally found worked very well for me. The tighter you grip the gun, the more the your grip on the gun actually improves. It's nice and soft and smooth, so it will be very easy to carry on your body or lying against your body. The gun basically comes with 2 magazines. The one is the 11+1 magazine, which is the flush magazine, and then it also comes with the second magazine, which is 13+1. Would I suggest the HS H11? Will I carry it myself? And the answer is hell yes. It's an awesome little gun with a high enough capacity. It's also very, very well priced. It's sort of in the mid-range. It does not break the bank.